Hi, my name is Kat, and I had vertical sleeve gastrectomy on August 8th, 2018. I had a high weight of 370 pounds, and my program required me to lose 40 pounds before I could get a surgery date. By the time of my surgery date, I had lost a total of 50 pounds. And as of today, which is 2 years, 2 months, it's October, 2 months, 2 years, 2 months after surgery, I have a weight of 177.4. So I'm up a little from my lowest weight, but I have been in this area for a while. It's okay, and it's a loss of 193, roughly 3 pounds. So yeah, I'm super happy. I feel like a lot of times when I have not lost weight, but and have been sitting at it at a distance, that's when you lose sort of inches, which is a good thing. I do, even though I don't put them into this video, I have been tracking my my inches as well. I have not actually put them out and seen how much I've lost completely. I do know that that recently I have dropped dropped a couple, well, not a couple sizes. I have dropped like for a while. I was a medium if it was a unisex, like a unisex top. I started out like in a 5X unisex top, and I had gotten down recently, like most of this year, I had been a medium if it was unisex, a large if it was woman's, and a XL if it was juniors. And right now I am consistently a medium woman's top, like across a couple of different brands. Like I have really liked Prana clothing and Columbia, and I have recently got medium jackets / tops in both of those sizes, and also Target. Across a couple of the Target brands, I am definitely a medium top. I don't know, they don't do like sizes. I think I'm probably 10 or 12, maybe an 8. I don't know. I could be as small as an 8. I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure how those numbers go across, but that's fabulous. And then on my bottoms, on the pants, I am fitting pretty solidly into a size 14 across a couple of different brands. My pants, pant sizes, I moved a lot slower in pants than I did in arms, and I still have what I'm going to refer to as thick thighs, but a lot of that is I have a lot of loose skin. Like I've always carried a lot of my weight in my thighs. So I think that that's part of it, is loose skin. I have mentioned it before, but I do really like Girlfriend Collective leggings, and one of the and their bras too, but one of the reasons I do like them is they offer just really nice compression, not like super compressed, but nice compression, and it sort of like gives my legs, my upper legs, I'm going to say specifically my upper legs, a shape, and that shape is not everywhere, but it gives my legs a nice shape, and it holds the stuff in position. Like when I'm doing inversions in Pilates and lifting my legs way up over, like it used to be that I could see, the fat basically slide down my thigh to the top of the thigh, or slide back up to the knee, and it's just like, oh, it's that part that is kind of depressing, but it is what it is. But I have noticed that my arms, even though I still have a lot of loose skin on my arms, I fit comfortably in jackets that I did not fit in comfortably before, because it would, and like this was the last part to fit in. So I do think that that is getting smaller. It doesn't seem to be, like when I take my measurements, it doesn't seem to be a huge amount change. I can actually look it up because I do do that. I haven't done my measurements yet for this month, which is probably stupid of me. But last month it was 14. And let's see. Good. Stop it. Okay. I'm just going to go back a couple of months and see if I can find. Here we go. So back in July, yeah, oh my. I've lost about an inch on my arm since July. So that's great, and it feels really good. I don't know if you can hear, I have a cat that's sitting on my lap, grooming himself very noisily. But when you say hi, say hi, Goose. He is non-pulsed. But everything, like I'm at this stage where most of the time I'm doing pretty well. I think that I've got my food pretty much on point. I have been snacking recently. I think it's stress and political stress in certainly is part of it. This whole world being as crazy as it is. I try to stop myself from snacking, and I've been pretty good not snacking at work recently. I have cut that out, but I will get to a point later in the evening, and I'm not usually an evening snack. I had been pretty good, but I have occasionally had a couple nuts. Usually it's nothing. I hate doing bad, but it's nothing high carb or any sugar. It's just the food that I normally eat, but eating it outside of a mealtime or too close to bedtime. Either way, like I had dinner really late one night in the week, and I was like, "Ooh, that's not great for me." I'd like to give my body plenty of time between meals well, at least between last meal and first meal the next day. I'd like to do 18 hours of intermittent fasting. Excuse me. I don't always succeed, but there it is. I have been gassy quite a bit recently. I don't know. I try, I'll take, I've been taking Miralax, and I've been taking, I do fiber, and I also will do some Gas-X, and sometimes that's better. I did get, I was recommended some pills to take the smell out of the gas, and I got them, and they were pricey, and then I have lost them. I don't know where I put them, which is very frustrating. So there's that. And then, but I'm doing okay. I have started seriously looking into doing plastics and how to move forward with that. And I know a lot of people have recommended Dr. Alex Galveston, I think, in Mexico. I've seen a lot of people use him. I know some people personally who've used him and have been very happy with the results. The fact that he specializes specifically in, body contouring after massive weight loss does make me feel like, yeah, that's what I want to do. I had looked into, somebody had been recommended locally, and he actually came to a support group, and he said, yeah, if you want to do both arms, I thought maybe I just do the arms. Maybe I just do the arms first, see it, and then, if I want to do more later. And he had said that it was about $6,000 to do the arms, and then he, said, oh, that also includes, if they need touch-ups or something like that, that would be included. And I'm like, that's not a bad deal. It's local. I can, have somebody for backup. And I submitted for, I went online, and I'm like, yeah, I'll see. And they said, no, submit pictures. And then I got, like, even though I submitted pictures, I got a sort of, and the thing is, I'm like, they said, what do you want, an arm tuck? And I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, well, that's not what it's called. It's like brachioplasty. I know what it's called. And they're like, oh, and then they wrote back, but that was the box, was like arm tuck or whatever, arm lift. And so I sent it off to them, and I got this like really condescending form letter that says, well, it's not, what it really is brachioplasty. I'm like, I fucking know that. Sorry. I know that. That's fine. And then they're like, well, that costs on, everybody's different, but that costs on average $9,000 or $8,000 something. And I'm like, what? And because it wasn't all that long ago that I got the other, the doctor himself made the quote, so I think the doctor doesn't know what his office is charging. But then they also said, if you want, the next step is an in-person visit, and for an in-person consultation, it's $100, and that is put towards your surgery if you end up going with us. But if not, you're screwed out of $100. I'm like, most people do complimentary, complimentary visits for the first, consultation. So I was not happy with that. And so I did apply on the web for Dr. Alex Alex G in Mexico, which was a weird process, asked a lot of questions of information that I was a little uncomfortable giving to the web, but I did it, and I put the pictures in and all of that, and the end is like, it could be up to 3 months before you hear, and I know that he's got, I think at least a 6-month waiting thing, so I'm like, okay, fine. I'm going to put in, and honestly, arms, yes, legs scare me a little bit, but I think, yeah, and then, if I can do arms, legs, and tummy, just get it all out of the way. And, I don't think I need a 360. There's a lot of things that he does, and maybe that would make it look perfect, but I don't think I need a lot of the other stuff. I think, I've got a little belly that I'd like to get cut off. God, it sounds so awful. But I've got the stuff on the legs that I'd like to have the legs slimmed down, just to make it easier to fit in normal pants. And then of course the arms, which are the most bothersome. So, I talked to my husband about it, and he did agree that it's like, yeah, if you're going to go, you might as well get more, like if you're going to go to Mexico, you might as well get more done. Like it may end up being the same price or possibly more than it would be here, but if you're getting all of that done, then that makes sense. And I actually asked him if he would go with me, and he said yes, which I wasn't sure if he would, but I knew I wanted somebody, but I'd hate to hold him hostage in Mexico for a week, because he's not a good traveler, and B, he has a lot of stuff that he needs to be doing, and I think as long as he has internet, he could work remotely, which would be good. So anyway, that's all the stuff that's going on, and none of that is solid. I haven't fully moved forward. It is a lot of money, and I don't know exactly how I make that happen, but we see. Yeah, that's where I am this month. I hope you guys are all doing well. I still, I figure if it does take, from now, if it takes 9 months or so to get to having surgery, then at least I know I have, 9 months to get to my lowest weight and stay there and stabilize and, try to get as much actual fat off me as possible. And that is the goal. That has always been the goal. So I think I'm doing pretty well. And I'll talk to you next week. And by the way, I do have pictures. I'll just put them up here. I had switched over to the leggings. I think it shows where I am a little bit better. Like I said, there is some compression, so the all that weight isn't hidden. It's just equally distributed down my thigh, which I think makes it looks a little bit nicer on the whole thing. So anyway, have a nice week, or not week, have a nice month, and I will see you in November, right in time for the holidays. Bye.